The story of Etan Patz begins on a morning that seemed so ordinary, so harmless, that no one could have imagined it would become one of the darkest days in American history. It was May 25th, 1979, and New York City was just beginning to wake. The streets were quiet, the sun had barely risen, and a young boy with bright blue eyes and a shy smile stepped out of his apartment with excitement in his small footsteps. 6-year-old Etan Patz had begged his parents for the chance to walk alone to the school bus stop, just 2 blocks away. A simple walk, one that children made every day. But that morning, something unimaginable happened. Etan never reached the bus stop. He never arrived at school, and he never returned home. Within hours, the calm of the neighborhood crumbled into fear. Police officers searched alleyways, rooftops, and basements. Parents held their children a little closer. The city felt heavier, as if the air had turned cold. Etan's face was printed on thousands of posters that covered New York like a second skin. His disappearance became the heartbeat of a nation desperate for answers. As days passed, hope dimmed, but the search did not stop. Etan's story spread far beyond the borders of the city, becoming one of the first missing child cases to gain nationwide attention. America was forced to confront a terrifying truth. A child could vanish without a trace, in broad daylight, in a place where he should have been safe. The weeks that followed were filled with confusion, false leads, and heartbreaking silence. Investigators interviewed neighbors, store owners, bus drivers, anyone who might have seen the little boy in the striped shirt. Hundreds of volunteers walked through the city, their hands trembling as they taped missing posters to every wall they could reach. But Etan did not appear. Months went by, and with each passing season, the weight of uncertainty grew heavier on the Patz family. They kept Etan's room the same. His toys remained where he left them. His small backpack stayed by the door, waiting for the day he might walk through it again. Etan's father, a professional photographer, used his skills to keep his son's face alive in the public eye. His photos became symbols. Symbols of fear, of longing, and of the desperate hope that someone, somewhere knew the truth. Etan's disappearance reshaped the entire nation. For the first time, missing children appeared on milk cartons, turning breakfast tables into reminders of the children still lost. New laws were created, new systems were developed. The country began to move differently, think differently, protect differently. Etan had unknowingly sparked a movement, one that would save countless lives in the decades to come. Yet for the Patz family, the most important question remained unanswered. Where was Etan? More than 30 years passed, and although the world changed, Etan's case never faded from memory. Detectives revisited old clues, revisited old suspects, and waited for the one piece of evidence that might finally bring clarity. Then, in 2012, something unexpected happened. A confession. Pedro Hernandez, a former store clerk who once worked near Etan's bus stop, told investigators that he had lured the boy into the basement of a convenience store. He claimed he had killed Etan and disposed of the body. His confession was quiet, almost fragile, as if it carried decades of hidden guilt. Yet it was also filled with uncertainty. No physical evidence was ever found. The basement had been renovated long ago, and the details in his story sometimes shifted. Was he telling the truth, or was he remembering a fantasy shaped by time, pressure, or illness? Experts debated endlessly. Some believed Hernandez suffered from mental health issues. Others believed he was seeking attention, but prosecutors pointed to something else. Hernandez had allegedly confessed multiple times to multiple people, long before the police ever questioned him. Those old confessions painted a chilling pattern that couldn't be ignored. 2 trials followed. Endless testimony, emotional breakdowns, and in 2017, after decades of waiting, Hernandez was convicted. Many hoped this would finally close one of America's most haunting chapters. But closure is complicated. Even today, the truth feels unfinished, like a puzzle missing its final piece. Without a body, without physical evidence, and with only a confession made decades later, the disappearance of Etan Patz remains a shadow that stretches across time. A question that echoes through every family that ever feared letting their child walk alone. Every year on May 25th, people pause to remember him. Etan's name became more than a case, it became a symbol of the children still missing, A symbol of the family still waiting. A symbol of how one moment, a walk to a bus stop, can forever reshape a nation. His story changed laws, changed awareness, changed the way America protects its children. Etan Patz never came home, but he was never forgotten. And somewhere, in the memory of a city that still whispers his name, his story continues to remind us of the fragility of innocence and the power of hope that refuses to die. Did you like it? Comment, leave a like, and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss more videos like this.